Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Zebo Nation Plays the American Manager in London. And it's tough times here in the Vanarama National League. We are not doing well at all. As you can see, we're still down here at the bottom of the table. We're in real trouble of getting relegated. Not quite half season, not quite the mid-season, but we have already met with the board twice. They've warned me that they need to see improvement from the club, or I'm probably going to get fired. There's no way around it. We just got to start playing better. We're having like weekly team meetings at this point, trying to have everybody keep their heads up and all that stuff. So to kind of break the monotony here, to kind of reset things a little bit, I'm going to show something that's hopefully going to be positive, which is a Team Canada game. That's right, I am still the Team Canada coach, at least for the under-23s. Hopefully, I'll be able to move up. If I perform well in these internationals, hopefully I could move up. When the Canadian coach eventually gets fired, because that usually happens around this time after World Cup qualifying. If Canada misses out, they usually fire their coach around this time. So then maybe I can sneak in there and get the head coaching job. Let me take a look at... let's take a look at the job center, right? Yeah. So the only one available right now is the USA Under-23's head coach, so not really interested in that. But, we'll keep an eye out. After World Cup qualifying is done for the year, there's usually a few jobs opening, and I can keep my eye on the international coaches scene. I also had another job interview for a League 2 team, just trying to keep my options open in case I get fired here at Lansing United. And then, I don't know, will that be the end of the series, or will I continue the series and grab another team in London somewhere? I don't know. But anyway, for the meantime, we're going to play this Team Canada game. It's a friendly against Costa Rica, the under-23s. I've already picked the team. We got another friendly coming up against South Africa. I just wanted to kind of clean the palette here for this save. It's just not working out. Getting promoted. We're, questions. So many questions. What are we doing wrong? What are we doing not wrong? I don't know. I don't know if there's much we're doing right at this point. So it's just varying degrees of wrong. But here's what I'm thinking is last time this was some sort of threat of us getting relegated was in the very first season, when we just struggled and I couldn't figure it out. And then the next season we came back with a more attacking style, and that's when we started playing really well. So I think that's what I'm going to do for the second half of this season, is I'm just going to go for the attacking style. Our strikers are really our best players, so we might as well just go for those guys and attack. That's the theory. All right, but the theory for Team Canada is a little differently. Costa Rica is a good team. Our under-23s, we've picked these guys. Got some new faces on here. A few guys you might remember from the last time Team Canada got together. Like Roger is back at central defense. That's a good man. Bouchard is now fulfilling some of that potential out there at the fullback position. He's still got that nice pace to run up and down the sideline, the acceleration. His crossing has gotten a little better, not much better, but you never know. He can have an impact out there just by running around. He is available too. Maybe I could pick him up for our team. Maybe I could sign him for. No, he's not interested in signing for Lansing, UK. Probably won't be able to sign any international players until we get to become a professional team, which who knows when that's going to be. But anyway, we got Luke McCann at our other fullback. He's pretty much in a similar boat as Bouchard. He's good physicals, good mental abilities, work rate, teamwork, all that stuff, determination. Not great technicals. You can't, that's to be expected from North American players of this age group. They're just, technicals are not going to be there. And then Greg Johnson is our other central defender, 19-year-old. Fitness, strength, he's 6'2", good marking, good tackling. Again, this team's got a lot of really good mental stats. It's one thing that really stuck out at me when I was choosing this team is just how many guys had good teamwork, leadership, decision makings, all that kind of stuff. So hopefully this will be a cohesive team, and we'll be able to pull things together pretty quickly. Got Clement, Ludovic Clement at the defensive midfielder. He's a guy who's playing in England right now, so I've been looking at him. But I think he's recently signed with Montreal, so maybe we're not going to be able to look at him any longer. But anyway, the other midfield players, Mylan Rowland is just a regular old central midfielder. Again, pretty good physicals. Again, very good mentals, but he's got some good technicals going on. First touch, free kick, technique. So he'll be more of our technical guy in the midfield, only 18 years old. Conte is back at 21 years old. He's kind of the old man of the group. Good pace. Again, one of the things I've looked at for this international team is speed. I want a lot of pace, a lot of acceleration. Just have our guys running all over the field, covering a lot of ground. And again, he's got the good mentals, decent technique, and technical skills. Our advanced midfielder, I had a lot of problems finding advanced midfielders for this team. There were a lot of wingers that were pretty decent, but we don't use wingers, so I had to sort of find this 19-year-old Cohen Van Dalen. He doesn't have much going for him other than pace and flair and first touch, a little bit of technique. But again, he's a fast guy, so just hopefully we can put him up front. He can run around, make some plays, and we'll see what he does. And then strikers, we got Goldhar back again, I believe. Yeah, I think he was on the last team. Again, strength, pace, very good physicals, decent finishing, first touch. Again, good mentals. And Kulina, he's our finisher up front, our advanced forward. 16 finishing, 15 first touch. 16 fitness, so he's going to be able to run all day. Again, he's got really good flair. 17 flair, that's pretty good. He's naturally a Croatian, but he's got Canadian heritage, so we signed him up. And yeah, he's going to be hopefully our goal scorer this time around. So there you go. And then we got a full bench. Xavi Molina's back. He didn't really progress much since the last time we saw him, but I recognize his name, and I remember he played pretty well for us, so I called him up anyway. Anybody else of interest? Not too much. All right, so we'll continue on. We'll submit our team. Go on to our Costa Rica game. I don't know how many people enjoy coaching in the international game. I think some people think it throws off their game for the clubs, and maybe it does. I don't know. But I enjoy the break. I've always liked international soccer. It's kind of what I can't say I grew up watching, but it's kind of what my gateway to regular soccer was just watching the internationals. It's kind of what I watched for years. I didn't watch any kind of club football whatsoever. Oh, look at this. They've adapted to our style. They're running the diamond formation. They do have snappy uniforms. I gotta give them that. But they're copying my style here with the diamond formation. So this is going to be diamond versus diamond, mano y mano. See who runs it better. Let the players know their place is up for grabs. Really? Okay. Show me what you got. Their place is up for grabs. Nobody cares. All right. What's our instructions? Standard. Work the ball in the box. Disciplined. I guess we'll go flexible. Yeah, we'll start with flexible. If they start making mistakes, then we'll go less flexible. Start the match. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Maybe? Maybe? There we go. Big dang old empty stadium. I didn't see who was at home. Nice. Look at that stadium. That's cool. I think that's I BMO field. I think they finally got it right in the game. You know, before it was a fairly generic kind of two-tier stadium. But I think this is the real BMO field. Alright, so we get the first attack, but it doesn't really go too far. They're able to counter. Well, not counter, but they're able to nullify our attack. Yeah, I might have to take Toronto again if they're going to be playing here. This is a cool looking stadium. I like this. I like it when they have the real stadiums and they're interesting to look at. I've heard there's a all wood stadium in England somewhere, like a small club team, where they built it out of all like recycled materials and all like a wooden frame. It's like you know, an old-fashioned, I don't know, wooden roller coaster or something. I'd like to see that, see what that looks like. Bouchard getting demolished out there on the wing there, and that opens us up for a counter attack. Here they are. They got a man cutting towards the goal, but it looks like we've cut it off for now. Nice block of the shot there. Got to think about going to counter attack here, but nope, there's Bouchard with the tackle. Gets it upfield. Let's see if Kulina's going to make a play. Goldahar doesn't really run for it, but we're gathering the attack here. Nice cross field. Can see if he can get it out wide. There's Bouchard. I got the fullbacks on attack mode, of course. That's really what makes this diamond formation run. If you don't have your fullbacks on the attack, it just it limits your offense greatly. I guess I better double check that. Make sure I'm talking. Yeah, McCann's on attack. Yeah, Bouchard's on attack. All right. But they're young players, so they're not quite used to it. They're not quite don't quite know what to do out there on the wings, but still just their presence is helpful. Into Goldahar. No good. They're winning all the headers, it seems like. I don't think we have really big strikers or great headers. There's Bouchard getting crunched again by Mora. Either they need to start calling those fouls or Bouchard needs to toughen up out there. Can't be getting demolished like that. See, Can doesn't really know what to do with it out there on the wing. Offsides, McCann. Alright, so I'm going to try widening us out a little bit, or a lot, and see if we can get the fullbacks more involved that way. Because when they're out here, they're in the and they're not in the corners. They're kind of getting beat. It looks like Costa Rican fullbacks are better than us, or at least stronger, better tacklers. So let's see now if they can get it out wider. That's not real wide, but McCann, he's getting the idea. And he can't quite get the cross. So we could definitely use a little more talent at the fullback position. There's no doubt about that. Julio Mora is getting too much space. All right, so we'll cover him up, hopefully. There's a good steal from Clement. Goldahar. Now we're controlling the action, so I don't want to make too many changes, but you never know if just more direct passing might do something. There's a nice cross. We finally get it in. Kulina does not take the shot. Back to Bouchard. Crosses it to Can. Can he get it in? Can he make a play? There it is. Van Dalen. The questionable call-up. Takes a shot. Takes a questionable shot. As you can see, there's not many people in the stands. It's not usually a big draw, the under-23s. Especially a friendly for the under-23s, so it's like all friends and families in the stands. Anyway, tell the players to keep their heads up. Alright. Keep going out there, you can still win. Instructions, let's try more direct passing. See what happens. See if that speeds things up a little bit. So Costa Rica gets the ball first. See what's happening here. Good steal from Rowland, and we're back on the attack, hopefully. See if we can launch the ball downfield a couple times, get out, use some of that speed. I mean, I'm sure the Costa Ricans have speed as well. Terrible throw in. Ooh, risky tackle. Good save from Kerr, his first of his career, I think, at the international level. Maybe he played on the under-20s, I don't know. Here's Van Dalen. Good pass there. Kulina, Rowland. See if Rowland can make a play back to Van Dalen. Our midfield is playing pretty decently. Kulina. Our strikers are just not being very aggressive, that's for sure. Lost a header there on the back line. I don't like seeing that. Nice play by the goalkeeper, though. It's Van Dalen making a play. Yep, it's a safe pass anyway. Looks like Costa Rica has widened their defense. Oh, that was a bad tackle. Bouchard, bad cross. I've heard people complain a lot about near post goals. Last year it was the far post goals. So I don't know if there's any pleasing people. I think people just don't like having goals get scored against them. That's the bottom line. Van Dalen's tired, so I might have to take him out. It's a friendly, so we can kind of substitute liberally, right? So Marcus Street is our backup advanced midfielders. Take a look at this guy. Good free kicks, first touch, corners, technique. Not quite as fast, but stronger. So maybe he can hold himself a little better than Van Dalen. Anybody else who's played particularly poorly? Goldahar has played the worst. So we could use a little boost at the striker position. So who do we bring in? Do we bring in Xavi Molina? I think so. Bring in Molina. He's a poacher as well, so we don't have to make any adjustments that way. And, he's got the first touch. He's got long shots. We're not getting a lot of close range shots, so maybe he can strike one in from outside the box. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. Can with the throw-in. Throw-ins have been problematic in the past, but it seems like we've got it covered with this team a little bit better. Got a little bit more skill in that area. Here we go, working in the box. There's our man. There's Xavi Molina. Just like I predicted, of course. He gets the long shot goal. Very good play. Conte to Kulina. And Xavi just sort of turns and fires. Why not? Alright, that gets us up 1-0. Maybe we should go into counterattack mode, but I don't know. We've been dominating the way it is. So we'll see if they start getting too many highlights. It's a free kick. This is no good off the side of the post. We're losing headers on that back line. I'm not a fan of that. Gentleman here. Roger, I mean, he shouldn't be losing too many headers. He's only 6'1", but he's got 14 jumping reach, 11 heading. That's decent enough. Johnson could be our weak link back there on the back line. Only 11 jumping, 11 heading. So that's no good. If the actual height doesn't make a difference, then we could be in trouble. There was a time when some basketball games were like that, where actual size didn't make a difference. But NBA 2K figured that out, where now, bigger guys get certain advantages in like rebounding and blocking shots, and just they take more of account of where the ball is in space. Here's a nice play by Kulina. We got Xavi Molina open in front of the goal. There it is. There's a very nice cross. This is why I like to play multiple strikers up front. It just seems like they make plays with each other far better than any other position up there. Fullbacks or wingers or advanced midfielders or whatever. Just seems like striker to striker combination is the way to play this game. So Roger getting a win on the back end. There's a shot that goes just wide. All right, so we got the 2-goal advantage now. We can, I think we can make a few substitutes. Who do we got here? Bouchard. Let's bring in Alex White, see what he's all about. 18-year-old left-footed defender. Pace not good. So we're going to move him back to defense. And I think that's all. Yeah, we'll just stick with the one. Don't need to go hog wild with the substitutes. I think we get 2 more substitutes in a friendly. I can't remember if it's 5 or 6 you get. But anyway, there's our new man White playing it long down the field. We haven't switched to counterattack, but that was definitely a counterattack move. There's a good header that we want at the midfield. There's Xavi Molina again. Trying to get a hat trick maybe. Street, there's our new substitute. Back to Conti in midfield. Let's see if he can make a play. Nope. Back to Clement. Oh, that's a nice pass to Can. Can into Xavi Molina. No, but Kulina is there to clean up the garbage. Tried to get it to Xavi for the hat trick, but it got deflected by the defense. There's Clement out wide to Can. Can crosses it. The defender gets a weak foot on it, and the goalkeeper just stands there. It's like, oh, look at this. There's a guy and the ball. I don't know what I'm supposed to do, but I guess I'll stand here and watch. Goalkeeping is definitely on the top of people's lists of things that need to be improved for next version. I can't believe the next version is already, getting ready. Oh, Kerr, nice stop there. Like, the next version is probably going to be out in a couple of months. They haven't released the beta yet that I know of, but I'm sure that's on its way soon. Oh, boy. Wow. These guys are asleep at the wheel, man. They are demoralized. Kulina on the back post. No good. I mean, it's good to see our guys motivated and attacking, but it's really kind of... I feel bad for Costa Rica the way... I mean, we just had one man cut through their whole defense, get a clean shot on the goal. If he hadn't hit the post, it'd be 4-0 right now. They're just giving up. Just booting the ball out of bounds. It's bad. It's terrible. It's a bad look for Costa Rica, I gotta say. You got to represent the old sweater a little better than that, gentlemen. But anyway, we're not here to talk about Costa Rica. We're here to be passionate about Canadian soccer. I'm proud of your performance out there. Let's take a look at the stats, see how we did. Kerr, 7.1 rating at the goal. Look at that. Can, 8.1 rating, 7.9 for Roger. Our defense played very well. Midfield looking pretty decent. Clement, Rowland, Conti, all over 7s. 9.2 for Kulina with a goal and 2 assists. And then Xavi Molina off the bench with 2 goals. Might have to move him into the starting lineup. I liked Street as well. Street looked a little bit more physically ready to play that advanced playmaker role. He's got the technique, he's got the physical size and strength. Doesn't quite have the pace, but I think he's a little bit better option there. And then we got to look at as well Bouchard on the outside. He kept getting crunched coming down that wing, so we got to look at that as well. Anyway, post-match analysis. Roger with a 7.9 rating. Man of the match was Kulina with a 9.2 rating. 3 key passes, 2 assists, and 1 goal. Very, very dominant win for old Team Canada under 23s. Got another friendly coming up. I don't know that we'll show that, but I just wanted to sort of cleanse the palate, get back in a more positive mood going forward for the rest of the American Manager in London season. So hopefully, let's see, what's our next matchup here? Not Team Canada. Next matchup on the schedule. Ugh, look at this run. Look at this run of just defeat after defeat after defeat. Terrible, 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 terrible. We need to win some games. We're so desperately in need of some wins. Next, we got Halifax, Eastleigh, York, Hartlepool. 3 away matches. It's going to be difficult. I wish we had a run of home games that might help us out. But honestly, we've been just as bad at home as away, so it doesn't really matter that much. Let's take a look at where they are on the old teller here. Halifax, York, Eastleigh, Hartlepool. So, I mean, these guys aren't at the top of the table or anything, so it's possible we could beat these people. But we're so far down on this list. It's pretty ridiculous. Anyway, that's for next time. For this time, I'll see you later. Bye.